Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this vast world you may or may not happen to be. Welcome once more to another live reading of Alexandra Mayers' page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. So today we're going to go into the book of Joshua, chapter 19, which covers the allotment for Simeon. It also covers the allotment for Zebulun and the allotment for Issachar. Also, the allotment of Asher, the allotment of Naphtali, the allotment for Dan, the allotment for Joshua. So it's going to go over the details of all of that. And those of you who need a little bit of context as to what chapter 19 of the book of Joshua is about, it's a continuation of the inheritance that these particular biblical families and heads of families are receiving. So it's kind of interesting. And those of you out there who have um, contended with loved ones who've passed away and you've contended with the emotions and whatnot attached to that, um, I would say that the book of Joshua, particularly chapters 10 up until where we are right now, give you a very good understanding as to how, when it comes down to it, inheritance that you receive or don't receive isn't important in the grand scheme of things. What's important is what you're doing in life, your present, the efforts you are making. Just a thought. So let's go ahead and get started. Allotment for Simeon. The second lot came out for Simeon, for the tribe of Simeon according to their clans. Their inheritance was within the inheritance of the tribe of Judah. Their inheritance was Beersheba, Sheba, Molada, Hazar, Shual, Bala, Ezem, El-Tilad, Bethul, Harma, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazarah Susa, Beth Labath, and Sharuhin, 13 cities and their villages. Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages, and all the villages that were around these cities as far as Balath Beer, Ramah of the Negev. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Simeon according to their clans. Simeon received a portion of the inheritance of Judah, for the inheritance of Judah was too large for them. So Simeon inherited land in the midst of the inheritance of Judah. Allotment for Zebulun. The third lot came up for Zebulun according to their clans. Their territory extended to Sarid, and their border ascended westward to Marlah, reaching Dabblesheth and the valley east of Jokneam. From Sarid, the border turned east to the border of Kisloth Tabor, out to Dabereth and up to Japhia. And just so that all of you are aware, and as a reminder, because I've said so on previous chapters of this particular book of the Bible, I will, at the end of book of Joshua, do a video stream to where I present a map of the area that's spoken of in this particular book of the Bible, because it's good to have a mental picture of what I'm talking about, opposed to just hearing the words. From there it passes east to Gath Hefer and Eth Kazin. It turns out to Rimmon and turns toward Nia. The boundary turns north to Hanathon and extends to the valley of Iftael and Katath, Nalal, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities and their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Zebulun, according to their clans, these cities and their villages. Allotment for Issachar. The fourth lot came out for Issachar, for the tribe of Issachar according to their clans. Their territory included Jezreel, Kesuloth, Shunem, Hapharaim, Shion, Anarhath, Rabith, Kishion, Ebez, Rameth, En-Ganim, En-Haddah, and Beth Pazez. The border touches Tabor, Shahazimah, and Beth Shemesh, then extends to the Jordan, 16 cities and their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Issachar, according to their clans, the cities and their villages. Allotment for Asher. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of Asher, according to their clans. Their territory included, oh gosh, I need to plug in my phone before I run out of battery. Good thing I checked. Woo! Caught it just in time. Sorry about that. Okay, hopefully the audio quality did not diminish because I got down to only 2%. Only 2%. Okay, where did I leave off? Okay, then the border turned to Ramah, reaching the fortified city of Tyre. I better start this part from the beginning. Okay, we're going to restart allotment for Asher. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of Asher according to their clans. Their territory included Helkath, Hali, Betin, Akshaph, Alamech, Amad, and Mashal. On the west, their border touches Carmel and Shihor, Libnath. Then it turns eastward, goes to Beth Dagon, and touches Zebulun and the valley of Ifta-el, northward to Beth Amek and Neel. Then it continues in the north to Kabul, Abdon, Rehob, Hammon, Kana, as far as Greater Sidon. The border turned to Ramah, reaching the fortified city of Tyre. Then the border turned to Hosah and ended at the Mediterranean Sea by the region of Akzib, Umma, Aphek, and Rehob, 22 cities and their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Asher according to their clans, these cities and their villages. Allotment for Naphtali. The sixth lot came out of the tribe of Naphtali according to their clans. Their border runs from Haleph, from the oak of Zainanim, to Adami Nekeb and Jebneel, as far as Lakum, and extends to the Jordan. The border turns west to Aznoth, Tabor, goes out from there to Hakak, and touches Zebulun on the south. So a lot of this revolves around the land of Zebulun. That's very interesting. Asher on the west, and Judah at the Jordan on the east. Their fortified cities were Ziddim, Zer, Hamath, Rakath, Kinnereth, Adamah, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Edrei, En Hazor, Iron, Migdal El, Horem, Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities and their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Naphtali, according to their clans, the cities and their villages. Allotment for Dan. The seventh lot came out of the tribe of Dan, according to their clans. The territory of their inheritance included Zorah, Eshtaol, Ir Shemesh, Shalabin, Ajalon, Ithla, Elon Timnah, Ekron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Baalath, Jehud, Bene Barak, Gath Rimmon, May Jarkon, and Rakan, along with the territory near Joppa. Yet the tribe of Dan lost their territory, so they went up to wage war against Lashem and captured it. They attacked it with the edge of the sword, took possession of it, and settled there. They called Lashem Dan after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Dan according to their clans, these cities and their villages. The allotment for Joshua. When they had finished allotting the land according to its boundaries, the Israelites gave an inheritance among them to Joshua son of Nun. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city for which he asked, Timnath Serah, in the hill country of Ephraim. He built up the city and lived in it. These are the inheritance that Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the family leaders of the Israelite tribes assigned by lot in Shiloh before the Lord at the entrance of the tent of meeting. So they completed dividing the land. So that's the end of Joshua chapter 19. I feel like that particular chapter really did outline very clearly what's what. Now, tomorrow we're going to go into chapter 20, which covers the cities of refuge. And I think we'll also go into chapter 21 tomorrow as well, because chapter 20 is pretty short. And chapter 21 goes into the cities for the Levites. I think the Levites are interesting because that tends to be the family that revolves around the priests. So we should definitely go into that. All right. Well, everyone have a great night. Thank you for listening if you're listening for the right reasons. If you're listening for the wrong reasons, then you probably should stop listening at this point, considering that 2025 is going to be a far different year than 2024. And it's all about accountability. So take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye.